going on, guys? Let's see here. Let me click on this thing and see. Guys, if y'all can hear me and see me and all that stuff, let me know. Trying to pull up on here on my computer so that way I can start seeing the comments and stuff like that. Let's see here. Cut the volume down. So it's showing we got 10 in here right now. Let me cut the volume up, see if I can hear myself. Let me cut the volume up, see if I can hear myself. Yeah, buddy. Set this up here so I can sort of see it. Disco sounds good. Appreciate it. Andy Hood, what's going on, brother? Ready to learn something from a professional. I don't know about all that, but I'm gonna try my best. So, I tell you what, guys, it feels weird sitting here watching myself on screen because it's got a little bit of a lag to it. So, 501 Holland, what's up, brother? Y'all make it back from California? How far are y'all from picking up the next load? Did you decide going home or go get another load? Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people coming here. We're already up to 15. Hopefully everybody got the notification that that I was going to be going live at 7 Central Time, and I changed it to 6 pretty much at the last minute. And guys, the reason I done that is Transport Bandits. Guys, y'all know that they live pretty much in the path of where Hurricane Helene hit up there in the like right there on the North Carolina Tennessee border. And so guys, and they've been up there, I mean, helping out and everything like that. And the guys, looking at the pictures they've been sitting, I mean, they got hit good. So so if y'all don't mind, y'all keep them in y'all's prayers. Keep everybody that's been affected by this in your prayers. And then not to mention, guys, Hurricane Milton that's coming through Florida that's supposed to hit tonight. Guys, please keep them in y'all's prayers. I don't know, guys, this is bad, but Transport Bandits, I'm sure they didn't realize that I had put out, going live at 7. And I saw that they was going to go live at 7 Central Time. I think theirs is 8 Eastern Time, so that'd be 7 Central. And so I didn't want to interrupt theirs because obviously theirs, I mean, they're doing, a live about what all they've seen and done and probably what else is needed and all that kind of stuff. So their video is going to be by far more important than mine. And so I'm going to try to keep this one, just probably going to end it just probably, a few minutes before 7 o'clock Central Time. So it'll be 8 o'clock Eastern. And then, so I'm going to go and watch theirs. And guys, I invite y'all to join me and go watch their live stream as well. So let's see, catch up on some of the comments here. Grady Evans. Hi, what's up, brother? Picking up 501 hauling. Mike picking up another load in the morning. Good deal. Where you going to? You going back home to? I know you said you need to get your clothes and stuff washed. So, Daniel Q. Hello, everyone. Wes Vinning. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Howdy. What's up, brother? I appreciate you tuning in. And let's see, Kenneth Comer. Hi, everyone. Hello. So, just real quick recap. And starting off, the reason I went an hour early is because Transport Bandits, they're going live at 7 Central Time, 8 Eastern. And they're going to be doing a live on basically after the storm. So I encourage everybody as soon as we get off here, which I'm do a little bit before 7 o'clock Central Time, and then I'm gonna go watch theirs, their live stream. And again, guys, I recommend y'all go watch it as well. So heading to Texas, stopping by the house, 501 hauling. Good deal. So just wanted to get on here and sort of give everybody, a little update of what's going on with the truck. So when am I going to be back? Everybody's been asking me that, guys. And to be honest with you, I've been asking myself the same question. I don't know. Every week I sit here and say, hopefully next week. And they... every time I go over there, and it's always waiting on parts. So one thing I'm going to try to get y'all's opinion on, and everything. And guys, if y'all don't mind, just leave it in the comment. And because basically I'm going to get y'all's advice. And because I honestly don't know what to do. But let's see, let me catch up on comments. I think we had just one more. Disco. I've been watching Load Board. Apparently Camping World sent some units to North Carolina. Yep. The guys, right now, I cannot see the load board. I don't have access to the load board until I get ready to come back. And I've been having, some people commenting, asking me to do a video as far as, the load board, the self-dispatch load board and things like that. And as soon as I get back, running and everything, I plan on doing that, doing a video on that. I got a video coming out tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and it will be on chain laws, chain law requirements and stuff like that. So if y'all don't mind, go check out that video tomorrow. And I plan on putting out several more RV transport videos, even though I'm sitting here at home. And just different things, most common questions and asked in RV transport. And I've done one before about, and of course it was, I think, a little over an hour long, and I went over a bunch of different things. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to break them down in different topics. So like best truck to use for RV transport, best company to go with, what to ask your recruiter when you call, fuel discounts, and like this one, tire chains. I plan on doing another one here pretty soon as far as tax deductions. What all can you claim as far as tax deductions? So I think I got a pretty good several good videos fixing to get ready to come out. And then of course whenever I get back on the road, then I'll start making, basically showing me traveling and everything. So Wes, I've been hunting a load since Monday. Can't get in touch with anyone in dispatch at Horizon. Man, that sucks. I don't know anything about Horizon. But I have heard a couple other different companies that it's pretty tough to get in touch with dispatch. And even where I'm at, like I said, guys, in my last video, I love where I'm at, and I really do. But you know, there's pros and cons everywhere you go. They, I mean, in the end, if you look at it, all companies are the same. It doesn't matter. I mean, they may have, I mean, one thing that you didn't like over here, you may like better over here, and then vice versa. What you didn't like over here, then you may love over here, and I may have said that already. I don't know, but anyway. So, I mean, all companies are going to have their pros and cons. It just comes down to doing your research, asking questions, and just, I mean, going with what company you see best fit. For me, and you know, a lot of people, they don't really care about, you know, the self-dispatch load board, or you know, they don't care if they have to call in and get a load. Me, I don't want to call in to get a load. I don't want to have to call in and then them sit there and tell me, well, hey, this is all the loads we got, and this is where it's going. And I mean, not saying all dispatchers, but 9 times out of 10, they're not. If you can't see the loads, or sometimes even if you can see the loads, they're going to tell you, well, hey, that load's already gone. And probably what happened is they probably saving it or just gave it to one of their favorites. And so that's one thing I like about the self-dispatch load board that we use here, is I can just get on there when I want, and I pick where I want to go, when I want to go, and all I got to do is hit the button, and then it's mine. And I don't have to go to the office, pick up paperwork or nothing. They email me the paperwork, email me half my pay, and then whenever I get delivered, then I get the rest of my pay. So, but anyway. Let's see, Disco, I called yesterday and got no response also. Man, Disco, you with Horizon also? Is this something going on with Horizon? And again, guys, like whenever I do the video on you know, the best company, guys, there is no best company. It's all what you prefer and everything. So what you love about a company, I may hate, and what I love about my company, you may hate. So it's all what benefits and what you want. So there is no good company. It's just it's what's good for you. So but yeah, getting back to the truck. So again, y'all know I broke down on July the 15th in Hammond, Louisiana. Sea Farmer came down and picked me up, and so brought me back home, and then sort of in like in a little limbo mode, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. Just, you know, down, depressed, upset, everything, and everything. I just honestly needed a break. Thinking back now, I wish I would have went ahead and dug into the truck and found, you know, my catastrophic problem, and then got it fixed, and then I can be back on the road right now. At the same time, so at September the 6th, which was on a Friday, I decided to go ahead and let somebody else fix the truck because they could get the parts cheaper, and for the amount of money that they was going to be saving on getting the parts, then you know, it was only going to cost like $1,000, maybe $1,500 more just to let them do it, and they know what they're doing. So I don't know, guys. Sometimes I wish now I'd have went ahead and just ordered the parts and fixed it myself, because again, truck's been sitting there since September the 6th, and today is October the 9th. So this Friday will be 5 weeks my truck has been sitting there, untouched. So you know, whenever I first took it over there, he had told me that, and guys, this could just me maybe misunderstanding, you know, thinking about it different, I don't know, but still, I mean, 5 weeks, come on. I know parts are hard to get, but I mean, it's getting to the point it's getting to be ridiculous. So, um, so whenever I first took the truck over there, uh, this is on a Friday, September 6th, and he told me that he was going to get to it about the middle of the next week. Um, the so and then he said it'd take about 3 days to get it fixed. And then of course he also told me now that because he has a couple of contracts with a couple of like companies that he repairs their trucks. So he did tell me that if one of their trucks came in, then theirs come first, and he'd have to pull mine out even if he was in the middle of it, and had to pull mine out and then get theirs fixed, and then he'd get mine back in. I told him, I said I completely understand, and that's fine. So because them contracts, that's his main money maker. And the so with that being said, I was sort of under the impression that he already had the parts, or he could was going to be able to get them pretty quick. And then so at the end of that week, a week later, basically on Friday, I went by there to see what the progress was. The truck's still sitting in the same place. Asked him what's going on. He said waiting on parts. So I said okay. And so then he came back and let's see, what was it? I think it was the next week again. Went back there, same thing. Truck still sitting, still waiting on parts. I asked him, I said, is there any way that you can, call and track them and everything? And he said that he can't track them himself. He could call, and which, I mean, is true, because whenever I ordered my tank, I couldn't actually, track it myself. I could call and get them to track it. But he said that the parts have shipped. So I said, okay. So that's good. So the next week came along, and same thing, still sitting. So I asked him any word, any update, and he said that that he called, and they said that the parts would be there that Wednesday, and I think I went by on a Monday or something, and he said he was going to get started on it, right after that, and basically had a yeah, all right, so he's going to get started right after that. So I think it was Friday again. I went by there, nothing. Truck still sitting. And he said that he's got 2 boxes in. He's waiting on one more box. It's showing that, this may have been on a Thursday, but he was showing that that last one was showing in Memphis, which is literally in less than 100 miles away from me. And said that it should be there that Friday, basically the next day. And he had a truck inside his shop that he was working on. And then he came back and said that basically that by the time he got that one finished, he was doing a motor swap, then the part should be in. He'll be starting right on mine. Awesome. And so that was last week. Well, so I went by there yesterday, and got a freaking gnat flying around, but gnats are bad down here in the south. So yeah, so I went by there yesterday, still nothing, and he's still waiting on that last part. Basically, the pump is what he's waiting on. And so I told him, man, I said, I mean, this truck's been sitting here for going on 5 weeks. I've got to have my truck. I said, I've got to have my truck by Friday. And he said, man, he said, I'm sorry, but he said, it don't, he said, even if I was to get started on it today, he said it wouldn't be done by Friday. So, guys, I don't know. Whenever I went over there, I was about ready to tell him that, hey, if the parts are not here, if he hadn't got the parts yet, then I'm taking my truck. And then I was going to order the parts, because going back real quick, before I went over there, I'd actually, of course, he don't get his parts through Thoroughbred Diesel. I don't know where he gets them from, but obviously he probably needs to go find somewhere else to get his parts from. But he said that he's never had any good dealings with Thoroughbred, and apparently he's not having any good dealings where he's getting his parts from right now. So, but I called Thoroughbred, and they had all the parts I needed in stock and said they could have them to me in 2 to 3 business days. So, and quite honestly, if I didn't want to take a chance and waiting on them shipping them to me, then I could drive up there. It's just west of Lexington, Kentucky. And so I could drive up there and be back in a day. Um, so, so yeah, I was about ready to tell him that, that I'm, if the parts ain't come in, then I'm taking my truck. And, but then that's whenever he told me that, well, they should be here Wednesday. And so that was that. So, so right now, I just honestly don't know what to do. And this is sort of where I want to get y'all's opinion. But before I say that, let me catch up on some comments. So, Disco, he said, yes, sir, he's with Horizon. Disco also said, I still have the CP4. Excited to hear how the CP3 is working for you. Disco, I haven't got it yet, but to be honest with you, if you still have the CP4, I would be doing a CP3 conversion as soon as you possibly can, because that CP4 pump is nothing but a ticking time bomb. And I'm going to tell you something else, everybody, about something else I found out about my truck before I had it. Kenneth Comer, he should have the parts already. Exactly. That's the way I feel. So, one thing that most of y'all that's watched my videos, David Cross, good evening, brother. So most of y'all watch my videos. Y'all know I've had the truck for about 6 years. I bought it whenever it had 191,000 on it, and I've said that, whenever the other guy had it, I'm the second owner of the truck, and then at about 110,000 miles, something happened to it, and so he had to repair. I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but so I finally got a hold to him, and because I'd lost his number, and then and he explained what happened to it. He's up in Virginia. He used it to pull his horse trailer around to horse shows and rodeos and stuff like that, and the CP4 pump came apart. And so he took it to the dealer. I guess it's still under warranty, and I guess they put another CP4 in it. So this is the second time that the CP4 pump has went down on this truck. So I don't know, guys. So and then I'm gonna talk another thing about what I found out the other day. I've had about 3 or 4 people send me comments and emails telling me about a class action lawsuit that basically GM just settled on. Unfortunately, it doesn't apply to me. So, but hopefully, some of y'all out there, hopefully it'll apply to y'all, and y'all can get the help that y'all deserve. Blaine Dameron, do you think the shop owner has been honest with you? Be honest with you, I don't know. It has crossed my mind. Some of y'all know that, and this is what's making it really, really hard on me as far as somebody else working on my truck. I really don't share this that much, but guys, I do have, a little bit of PTSD from whenever I was in the Marine Corps. And so trust issues is one of my big things. I'm good until you prove otherwise, and then after that, I just it's hard for me to trust you. But as far as the truck goes, guys, nobody has ever worked on this truck. I've had somebody help me before, and then I had to send it to the dealership one time when the transmission control module went out, and that's because it had to be programmed to the truck. Other than that, nobody has ever touched this truck except for me, and so it's hard for me to let somebody else work on this truck, especially that I don't know him. You know, I've heard the guy's good. He's been in business for a very long time, and he does a lot of work on duramaxes. But as far as knowing him personally, I don't really know him. Um, other than what I've heard about him, which is, good. And but you know, that has crossed my mind. I mean, as is parts really taking this long, or is he just telling me this, and maybe he's just getting around to ordering them, or maybe he's already got them, and he's just, getting other people ahead of me. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I'm trying not to think that way, but I mean, it is a possibility. That's the reason I've, sort of been thinking about and wishing I'd have just done it myself. And so that comes up to, let's see, West Vinny, how many miles you have on it now? Do you use fuel additive? Right now, the truck, whenever it came apart, that it had just slightly below 334,000. Now, granted, like I was saying a while ago, that the first one came apart at 110. So that means this one has lasted about 220. Um, and as far as fuel additives, it's probably not the best that I could use, which whenever I get it back, I am going to start using better. But I've been using House, is what I've been using. Of course, that's more of I guess, a treatment as far as, gelling and stuff like that, rather than, an actual treatment or additive. But so where I'm at now is I plan on going by there tomorrow and seeing if the parts come in. If they haven't, then, and I've already discussed this with C Farmer, and he tells me, he said he's the wrong person to be asking this because he had done been over and got his truck. So, but so what I'm gonna do is tomorrow, which will be Thursday, I'm gonna go over there, see if the parts come in. If they haven't, then I'm pretty much just gonna tell him that I'm sorry, because he has already got, pretty much all the parts except for one part, and I'm just gonna tell him I'm sorry. But if the parts are not here by tomorrow, or whenever your truck runs, which is be tomorrow evening or Friday evening, that if the parts ain't come in, and if he can promise me that he can get to it right away and get my truck fixed by the end of next week, then I'm coming to get it. And then so I'm gonna pay another tow bill to have it towed back to my house. See, Farmer's gonna come down here, grab it, and we're gonna take it up to his shop. Then I'm gonna get all the parts from Thoroughbred Diesel, and which is fleece parts. It's the CP3 conversion kit with the contamination kit with it, with all the injectors, lines, and all that stuff. I'm also adding an air dog to it. I'm also upgrading my fuel tank, which I've already got. Instead of flushing my old fuel tank, then, because metal did get back down into the fuel tank, so instead of flushing that tank, I'm upgrading to a 68-gallon tank, factory tank underneath. So in the end, that'll give me a total of 168 gallons, because I got a 100-gallon tank on the back of my truck. And then I'm also replacing the fan clutch, because I believe it's been going out. So the as far as the contamination kit, as far as the injectors and the lines and stuff like that, I don't know if that would cross fit the kit that I would be getting, so I don't want to take a chance of just getting just the pump alone, and then it turns out not to fit. So either he can keep it and then save it for somebody else, and then they'll get lucky because he'll already have the part there, or he can send it back. I don't know. As far as the air dog and the pump and the clutch fan, then I'm gonna tell him that I'll be happy to buy that one, buy that from him at the cost that he gave for it. So that way he won't be stuck with everything. But as far as anything that I owe him right now. Honestly, I don't owe him anything as of right now because he hasn't touched my truck yet. He hasn't even looked at it. Uh, so, um, so I mean, I'm sorry he's got the parts, but I mean, he can send it back because I mean, he hasn't touched my truck yet. Some people have said that well, that he could have gone ahead and worked on the truck and going back to this. I'm sort of glad he hasn't yet. Um, but I thought, well, why couldn't he just go ahead and be taking some of it apart, and then whenever he does get the parts, then all he's got to do is put it back together, and that's great. But like he said that he said that he don't want to tear into the truck until he knows he's got everything, which makes sense, and I appreciate his honesty on that. So let's see, David Cross, see if he'll sell you the parts that have come in. Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. And then have you looked into the lawsuit against GM for those pumps? And ad popped up on Facebook about it, and it goes back to your model. It comes from Eric Epperson. Eric, yes, I have. I've had a couple people that's reached out to me and told me about the lawsuit because I had no idea about it. And unfortunately, that does not apply to me, and which sucks. And I don't understand it. But and I plan on making a video. Of course, I'm gonna mention it here, but I plan on making a video about that. So hopefully it'll help somebody out. But the lawsuit states that it's a $35 million class action lawsuit that GM settled on the CP4 pump. So the only problem is that you have had to buy the vehicle from a dealership in like one of, I think it's 6 or 7 states, and that's all it covers. And Mississippi is not covered under that. And also it can't be over 200,000 miles. So I'm lost out on it both ways. So all you gotta do is Google it, and it will pop up all over the place. Just Google class action lawsuit, GM class action lawsuit on CP4 pump, and it'll come up. And then it'll tell you what states is included in it. If you bought your vehicle in that state, then you can, and as long as it has less than 200,000 miles on it, then you qualify, and so you can get reimbursed for money that you've been out. I'm not sure if it covers replacing doing a CP3 conversion before it goes out. I'm not sure if it covers that. I just know that if you've had a catastrophic failure, that it will cover that if it's under those guidelines. And also, if you had that year model truck, I think it's 2011 through a 2016. If you had that truck and you've already sold it, but whenever you had it and you had to pay out of pocket for the CP4 pump coming apart, then you also can get reimbursement as well. I don't think it's the full amount, but I think you can get up to like 50% of the reimbursement. So if you've had a truck and you had to pay out of pocket for that, but you've already sold, you don't have it no more, you've already sold it, then I guess as long as you can show proof, and then you can get reimbursed from that. And also another thing is that, from what I read and understood, is that the repairs had to be done at a dealership. So I don't know. It's just the way, guys, that during them class action lawsuits, they put all these stipulations in there just a way to get out from paying more money. Campmaster 99, can't wait to get it back and running and towing. Me too. I am ready to get back to work, guys. I'm about to go crazy. But yeah, as far as like I said, if the parts ain't come in by Friday, so here's where I want to get y'all's opinion. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna go that route. I haven't really decided what route I'm gonna take, but I just want to get y'all's opinion and then see. I have an idea what I'm gonna do. I just haven't really decided yet. But anyway, so I've had some people tell me that, yeah, go get it and then do it yourself. I've had some people tell me that, well, since he knows what he's doing and everything, being that the parts are already on the way, and especially since he's already got most of the parts, then just go ahead and just tough it out and then let him do it. I mean, obviously the last part he's waiting on is in Memphis, supposedly. And so, I mean, hopefully it should be here anytime. And then he can get right on it. Because he has told me that whenever that part comes in, that my truck's next. But that goes back to like one of the other gentlemen said a while ago, can you trust him? I don't know. I hope I can. I believe I can. As of right now, I don't know. But so, what would y'all do? Would y'all just go ahead and let him just keep toughing it out, and go ahead and let him fix it? He's just waiting on one more part, and I mean it's pretty much here. It just ain't got here yet. So it's less than 100 miles away. Or would you just say the heck with it, and if the parts ain't come in, then go get the truck, and then me and C Farmer do it? Granted, me and C Farmer don't know what we're doing. Not saying we can't do it. I mean, I can do it myself. But it'll take longer than what it would take him to do it, obviously. The one good part about me doing it, or me and C Farmer doing it, is that I know how it was done. And that's the big thing, is that I know how it was put back together. And I know what was done. So I don't know. The thing I look at is, if I go get it, then, I mean, the day after I pick it up, then that part's probably going to come in. That's the way my luck goes. But if I don't go get it, then I'm going to be sitting here waiting for another week. So, I mean, that's what's getting me to where I don't know what to do. So, Jenkins, does the shop doing the work offer a warranty on their work? If you're not out of money yet and the work comes with warranty, I'd let him do the work. Kenneth Comer, wait till the part comes in. Disco, will that mechanic offer any guarantee? Yes, pretty much. If it's something that he messed up on, then yes, he offers a warranty. But most of the time, and especially with him, that as far as him doing a good job and doing it right, I do believe that he will do a good job. Because I mean, he's been in business for a long time. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, recommend him. And that goes back to the reason he's so busy is probably because he's so good, and because he's highly recommended. And but yeah, as far as him doing a good job, I honestly believe he will. It's just getting him to get started on it, and that goes back to, it could just be where he's getting the parts from. I don't know. Which, like I said before, if that's the case, maybe he needs to go try to find somewhere else to get the parts. As far as the pump goes, the pump comes with a 1-year warranty. So if the pump fails, but he done his job right, then obviously I would have to, the labor I would have to come back and pay. Now the pump would be covered, but that, that's the way that most shops work, is, as long as it wasn't their fault, it was the manufacturer of the pump itself or the part, then usually that's not covered under labor, or labor's not covered under that. It's just the part replacement. The air dog has a lifetime warranty on it. So I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. And you know, and those of you just said that go ahead and let him do the work. Part of me, that's where I'm at, because like I said, the very last part he's waiting on, just one part, is basically stuck in Memphis. And if it was out like California or somewhere, or it hasn't even shipped yet, that'd be a totally different story. But being that it's right here, then I don't know. But a part of me, being so, I guess you could say, impatient, and of course that goes back to my PTSD, and guys, I mean, just wanting my truck back. I just want my truck back. That's all I want. And the that's the part that's telling me to just go get it and do it myself. I don't know. So let's see. I would lean towards him doing the work with those upgrades. It should be bulletproof. Yeah, that's what everybody's told me with the CP3 conversion, and with the CP3 conversion and with the air dog system. That's what I've heard. That truck should be bulletproof. As far as the motor goes on my truck, guys, I don't have any issues on my motor. There's no blow by on my motor. There's no leaks on my motor. Here a while back I had a leak on the transmission, and of course that was the plug, the wiring harness on the back of the transmission. That's been replaced. And other than that, then that was my first leak ever, and that was 325,000 miles. And so, guys, I've been very, very satisfied with my truck. I cannot. I mean, even though this right here's, I'm fixing to be out close to $10,000 on everything, between getting my tank, adding the air dog, and all that stuff, parts, labor, all that stuff, a little bit over 9,000. But and then of course, the money I've lost not being able to work. A part of me says that I guess it happened at a good time, being freight's slow right now. But at the same time, a breakdown, especially a catastrophic breakdown, is never a good time. But yeah, I don't know. So really, guys, the only thing that I've ever done to my truck is, since I've had it, then I have replaced the power steering pump went out. I fixed that myself. The transmission control module went out, so it wouldn't go forward. I had that replaced. Of course, that had to go to the dealership because it had to be programmed to my truck. And then other than that, I've replaced, of course, this is just normal stuff that's going to wear out. And guys, so is this other stuff. But, hubs, front hubs, shocks, ball joints, tie rod ends, things like that. I have replaced the radiator because before I started doing RV transport, I had a lawn care business for a little over 5 years. And so all that dust that I stirred up all the time, it basically got into the radiator and just caked it up too bad. So instead of flushing it, and I just went ahead and just bought a new radiator, put that on there, new belt, new thermostats, stuff like that. So other than that, and I did have to replace the wiring harness on the back of the transmission because it was leaking, and then I've had to replace the front, I think it was the input shaft seal on the front of the transfer case. Other than that, that's the only thing I have ever done to that truck since I've had it. So it's been a great truck. And I've had a lot of people, and I'm gonna do another video as far as new versus old. Because I've had a lot of people tell me, well, just go get you a newer truck. And yeah, but several things I look at. One, my truck's paid for. I don't owe anybody on it. Granted, I am going to start putting back a truck payment every month, but which I should have been doing to begin. But So I don't have a truck payment. The um, like I said, my truck's in good shape. If now you know if it was a rust bucket or I was just constantly all every time I turn around putting money into it, yes, I could understand going and getting a newer truck or a new one. Um, but I don't have that problem. I mean, I got a couple friends that has this LML motor, and I mean, they've done the CP3 conversion. But other than that, I don't think they've really done anything to the motor really that much. And they got 600, 700,000 miles out of it. And I mean, I baby my truck. I service my truck on a regular basis, every 10,000 miles. And I mean, I take care of my truck, and that's the key to making a truck last. So no matter what brand it is, everybody talks about, well, Ram or whatever. No, it all depends. It's your personal preference, and it all depends on how you take care of the truck. The but the thing I look at, like with say if I went in here and bought a brand new truck, yes, that truck is going to have a warranty on it. Wonderful. Even if I went out here and paid the money to have an extended warranty or a lifetime warranty or whatever, that's great. But whenever it's broke down, then you still got that $1,000 a month truck payment each month. And then, even though it's under warranty and the only out of pocket cost that you're going to be out is maybe a deductible, then what happens whenever you run into the situation I'm in right now, waiting on parts? So that truck's liable to sit there for, I mean, a month, 2 months, 3 months, waiting on parts. And they're not going to get into a hurry of fixing your truck whenever it's under warranty, because they're going to get their paying customers first. I guarantee you. So all that time that you've been out of work, then you're still having to make that truck payment, because the bank, they don't care. Well, oh, it's under warranty, I'm waiting on parts. Well, I'm sorry, I don't care. I need my money. And so you still got that truck payment to make every month, and it's sitting right here in your driveway or at a shop somewhere. So that's the way I look at it. Would I like to have a new truck? Absolutely. Yeah, well, yes and no. As far as dealing with some of the headaches and the cheap parts they put on them now and all that stuff, no, I don't care nothing about that. As far as some of the comfortability and stuff like that comes with the new trucks, yeah, I would love to have a new truck as far as that goes. But yeah, so I mean, I'm just gonna keep running my truck until it comes apart. Most of y'all know I had to go out here and get a loan to pay to get this loan fixed, or get this truck fixed, and so I got to pay for this loan for 3 years. So if my truck lasts for 3 years, and whenever I get this loan paid off, hopefully maybe 2.5, maybe I can get it paid off early, and if I still plan on doing RV transport, then I may go out here and I might go ahead and get a new truck, or maybe a newer one. I haven't decided yet, but as far as anytime soon, no, I'm happy with mine. So, but let me catch up on some of the comments. Will that mechanic offer guarantee? Just go. I would lean towards the bulletproof. Calvin Swindle. That's my brother-in-law. What's up? I would give the mechanic the benefit of the doubt and tough it out. He has a very good reputation, and surely not want to damage it by stringing you along. I agree. Like I said, I mean, he does. I mean, I know I'm upset because, I mean, waiting on parts. Other than, unless, like I said, which I hope it's not the case, I'm hoping, unless he's just waited to the last minute to order the parts or whatever, then I mean, yes, I mean this is 100% out of his control. Um, so I mean, it's not his fault. Other than he could, in the future start going with a different place to get his parts from. But um, but yeah, like I said, I mean he's got a good reputation from people, because he's highly recommended and everything. So as far as that goes, yes, I trust him. It's just going back. I want my truck back. So, but anyway, um, let's see. 501 Holland. That part has been in Memphis since last week. Yes. It has been in Memphis since Thursday. It was supposed to have been at his shop last Friday. Um, Now, granted, whenever I went over there yesterday, the truck had not run yet, but and I didn't go over there today, so I'm gonna go over there tomorrow and check again. He's probably getting tired of me going over there every other day, but honestly, I don't care. My truck's sitting over there. I want my truck back. Just go 120,000 on my 2015. Not a drop of oil ever hits the ground. I plan on doing the same upgrades to mine. Good deal. Yeah, do that CP3 conversion, and then either put I'm getting an air dog, but either fast or air dog, but I would definitely get a pump, because what it's doing is causing these year model trucks, you don't have a pump in the tank. So the only pump that you got is that CP4 or CP3 that's up there in the valley of the motor. And so that pump is having to work extra hard to pull that fuel up to the motor and then run it, through the pump, through the injectors and all that stuff. So definitely get either a fast or an air dog and get that added to it also. Disco, don't buy new. That 10-speed Allison is junk. Yes, absolutely. I think it was it is it 19 or 2000 or 2020 whenever they came out with a 10-speed. Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad things with a 10-speed. I've heard a lot of people, if I get one, get I think a 17 to a 19 or a 16 to a 19 with the L5P Duramax if I go with Chevy, which is probably what I do because I'm a big Chevy guy. And going back to what I said a while ago for all you Ram guys out there, I don't care what you say. It's all how you take care of the truck. So it's your personal preference of what you like. It's all how you take care of the truck. I don't care what truck you get. They're going to have their problems. Guys, y'all know Mr. Tennessee. I mean, he had a good 2018. I think that's what year it was. And a Dodge Ram 2500. And then he went and bought a brand new 2022 Dodge Ram 2500. And it turned out to be a lemon from the day that he bought it. So every truck is going to break. Every truck is going to have its problems. So just take care of it, and hopefully it'll take care of you. So, but we all want your truck back. Me too. Guys, all I ask is just pray along with me and keep me in your prayers that my truck's fixed, because I know, like I said, every week I pray that next week my truck will be ready. Every time whenever I get ready to drive by out there to see my truck's still sitting in the same spot, then before I get there, please, Lord, please let my truck be in that shop. And I am. I'm a big believer that everything happens for a reason, guys. And like C Farmer was telling me yesterday that I mean, this could just be something, just something telling me that, hey, I shouldn't be on the road right now. I mean, I could get my truck back, today and then leave out tomorrow and then be involved in a bad accident. So maybe it's, maybe good Lord, he's just watching over me and telling me, hey, I don't need to be on the road right now. So I'm a big firm believer in that. So, and another thing that I've been trying to look at, try to stay on the positive side, is even though, I've been sitting here complaining all this time right now about my truck. again, guys, there's people out there that have it a lot worse than me. Uh, there's people out there that's got it a lot worse than you. So again, keep all these people from Hurricane Helene up in the mountains in North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, Virginia, all them places. Keep them in your prayers. And then, like I said, Milton's coming in tonight. I mean, a direct hit around Tampa area, and I mean, this is Helene was like a once in a lifetime storm, hitting, North Carolina, stuff like that. And then Milton, this is pretty much a once in a lifetime storm. I mean, this thing has already hit, category 5. If you had a different category, I think it's already hit probably a category 6 if there was one. So, even though it's going to die down to, a high category 3 or 4, guys, whenever it makes landfall, as far as, the surge and the waves and stuff like that, that category 5 is still pushing that water. So, and, after Hurricane Ian, a few weeks, I took a load down to Fort Myers, and I went down there and toured that. And go check out that video, from I think whenever Hurricane Ian, I can't remember about a year or two ago, and that was devastating. So, and this one's probably going to be worse. So keep all those guys in your prayers and everything, and all that. So, Disco, I use Lucas every fill up. That CO, I think he's meant CP4. Has to stay lubricated, but still a time bomb. Yep. That's what I've heard. It has to stay lubricated. You get, pretty much any kind of water in there with it, it's going to go down. So if you have the CP4, I would definitely highly recommend doing the CP3 as quick as you possibly can. I wish I would have listened to several people telling me to do that, and I didn't do it. And so now I got to do the whole contamination thing. So. But yeah, it's guys, it is 6:57 and Central Time. So I'm fixing to get off here, and I appreciate all y'all joining in. And guys, y'all please follow me as soon as you click off here. Go look up Transport Bandits and go watch their live that they're fixing to start here in about 2 minutes. So and they're going to be going over everything from what they've been through in Hurricane Helene. So again, guys, y'all keep everybody in your prayers, thoughts and prayers, and because them people, they need help, because the government sure ain't helping them. So, but I ain't gonna get into all that. So just go, good luck and God bless. Yes, sir. God bless y'all. So normally, guys, I normally end all my videos with y'all stay safe and SemperFi, and I'm gonna do that. But I'm also gonna add y'all stay safe. God bless. So. We'll talk to y'all later. All right.